Fresh off their district championship, Falls City is looking to build off their first-round exit from the state playoffs. It all begins here at practice at Jug Brown Stadium.
The Tigers have a lot of seniors from last season to replace, but there are plenty of them this year to fill that void. Coach Darren Fritz thinks the JV team was very good last year, and how quickly they can make the transition to varsity will determine how successful they will be.
We have high expectations again. We lost a tremendous senior class last year. But, we think we have some pretty good athletes coming back. So we think we can compete at a high level. We think we can make state playoffs and make a run. And, basically, we want to compete in every game and win a district championship and go on from there.
With Zane Heckenlively being the only returning starter at running back, there will be a lot of new faces out there. Two big impact players that happen to look alike are twins Brian and Brad Rose. They are both playing running back and linebacker for the Tigers. Both of them are ready to show what they can do.
Well, people keep on telling us that we're not going to be as good and keep on putting us down. That's what gives me strength and everything to go out there and win, prove them wrong.
Falls City will be young and inexperienced, but that won't stop them from chasing another district championship.
We have one returning starter, and a lot of these guys have waited a long time to play varsity football, so they kind of have a chip on their shoulder right now, and they're hungry to get out and compete. They want to prove that they can win at this level too.
Falls City opens with Lincoln Lutheran. Be sure to follow their season on Falls City TV. Reporting from Falls City, I'm Jay Hanna. Oh, that's good.
New Fairbury boys basketball coach Travis Steinoff isn't waiting around to get to work. After being hired just more than a week ago, he's already in the full swing of summer camp.
I've been here for camp for 2 days. Kids are great. Having a blast. As you guys can see, I'm already sweating and I'm just enjoying every moment of it so far. So I can't wait till we really get rolling and get things in place.
A Nebraska native, Steinoff plans to use the coaching experience he's gained from across the country.
I'm originally from Crete, Nebraska. I actually coached in Houston, Texas for 5 years, and I was at Waverly last year.
For Fairbury senior Justin Peterson, Steinoff will be the third coach of his high school career, but he's optimistic about the fit.
I don't know him too well yet, but I think that from the experience that I've had with him, he's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to put in all the time that's necessary, and he's going to get to know us really well and figure out all our personalities. So I think that he's going to be a pretty good fit for Fairbury.
While Steinoff is uncertain how the season will go, he's more focused on how he can build his players off the court.
Really what I'm looking at is helping these young men become men as they grow up to be, graduate high school, become leaders in the community. And as far as basketball is concerned, we're looking to get better every day, and that starts with our camp when we start on Tuesday. And hopefully, starting on Tuesday, we can improve a lot by the end of the season.
Reporting in Fairbury, I'm Matt Reynoldson, News Channel Nebraska.
The Sacred Heart Irish won the state championship last year and are looking for the same result this season.
Despite losing key players from last year's team, 10th-year head coach Luke Santo has high expectations this season.
Well, I think for Sacred Heart and I think for our program, the expectations are always there, year in and year out. We've been fortunate over the last few years that we've been at the state tournament competing, and then thankfully last year we were finally able to get it done. So, with the girls coming back, hopefully they're still hungry. And, we know we did last year, and we can kind of duplicate those things, if we're lucky enough to get there again.
The Irish are returning several players this season, though. Leading the way will be All-State performer Maggie Goltz. Also, Alexis Barnes, Jade Hill, Lauren Parrish, Haley Heights, and Sarah Wurtenberger should play a big part in their success. Coach Sano has plenty prepared for a potential championship run again.
That makes it tough, when you win it, you've been to the top of the mountain. How do you, return the next year? And that's something we talked about in our very first meeting. It's going to be hard to duplicate, but we can't say we have to win a state championship because that's not fair to the coaches or the girls. We just talked about we want to be in a position put ourselves in a position where we can play for championships.
Goltz, who recently signed to play basketball at Concordia, is ready for this year.
We lost 3 guards last year, and most importantly, we lost our point guard, so now I'm going to have to play point guard, and we're going to focus a lot on throwing it inside to our big, tall girls.
The Irish will start their season against Sterling on Friday, December 4th.
Be sure to tune in to Falls City TV, B103, and Big Apple News Radio for coverage all season. Reporting in Full City, I'm Jay Hanna, News Channel Nebraska.
Go Pirates!
Welcome into News Channel Nebraska 21's Top Plays. This playoff edition between Wilber-Claytonia and Stanton, and it was a great one. Tanner Sand taking the quarterback keeper up the middle. The first score of the ball game putting Wilber up 7-0, but that was the only score until the fourth quarter. Later in the second quarter here, Sand dropping back to pass, and this one going to get intercepted by Miles Nicolite, giving Stanton a chance. And then the last play of the first half, dropping back to pass Hunter Stahlbaum as he tries to find something, throwing it downfield. This one will be intercepted by Bryce Brudge. He had a big day for Wilber-Claytonia. Moving on to the second half now, as dropping back to pass again, Stahlbaum, and he's looking again, but this time again it's Bryce Brudge making the one-handed interception, decides to take it out of the end zone, and gets a decent return downfield. And finally, the final one. Wilber-Claytonia did come out on top 21-6, but how about this kick return touchdown to give Stanton a chance out of Hunter Stahlbaum, taking it all the way downfield, and unfortunately breaking his collarbone in the process as you see him fall into the end zone. That was Stanton's lone score of the game again. Wilber-Claytonia was a winner in this one. 21-6, they move on to play Hartington Cedar Catholic in the second round.
Sub-district volleyball action in Beatrice as Fall City taking on Fairbury in the first match of the evening. Pretty close set one as we see Destiny Brown, the sophomore, put one through for the Jeffs, keeping them in the ball game. But this one would be all about Alyssa Frederick as she takes advantage of the Fairbury overpass, absolutely slams one home. Fall City wins set one 25-17. Set two, here we come. This is going to be Alyssa Frederick yet again ramming one right into a Fairbury athlete. And then Sydney Brewer grabs a dig, and then Frederick grabs the kill. Tigers win their first match in straight sets. So next up, Auburn. A little bit tougher competition with the Bulldogs having the number one seed in the sub-district. We're going to get Addison Gira in action as she slams one right down the line. No problem at all for the Bulldogs. Really 8-2 Auburn at this point when Frederick goes for the big kill, but instead Ashley Teaton gets right in there. And I told you, she gets fired up. Coach Julie Frederick trying to figure out how to overcome this Auburn attack, and it's going to be tough all night long. This would help, though, as the ball rolls along the net, and then Darcy Sneathen just pops one down the line. Killer reaction by the senior as well. But Auburn still all over Fall City in set one, as we see Emma Gearing throw down a kill. They're going to take set one 25-11. So the Tigers certainly need to regroup in set two. This would not help. Addie Gira getting in the action yet again. 4-0 at this point, but Tigers start coming back. We're going to see Alyssa Frederick with a back row kill. She's done that once or twice in her Fall City career. Auburn setting up the offense, doing what they do, but Alyssa Frederick getting in the way of that. So Tigers actually tied this one up 23-23 when they have another fantastic opportunity. Frederick, no, gets denied by Teaton. I tell you, she gets bumped. Auburn match point at this point, 24-19. They set it up for sophomore Rachel Bowling. Slams it home. They win this one in 3 sets. Will next take on Syracuse on Tuesday. Fall City finishes their season at 11-19. Reporting in Beatrice for News Channel Nebraska, I'm John Kipper.
It definitely was a fun one in Class B as the Beatrice Orangemen traveled to Crete to battle the Cardinals. Let's get the top plays rolling here on News Channel Nebraska. It all starts off with the Crete offense. Yes, that's Rhett Harms running down the sidelines. Their quarterback had a huge day. Both passing and running took it 56 yards to the house. Next up on the top plays, it's Cooper Bloom in the Beatrice offense. He rolls out right, and he hits Dalton Hardig with a one-handed catch, taking him down inside the red zone. It was a huge play to set up a Beatrice touchdown. Next up, it's Harms again, this time through the air, as he hits his man. Going downfield, that's Johansson with the catch, taking it clear down to the Beatrice 12-yard line, setting up a Crete touchdown. This was a fun one, like I mentioned, back and forth. Now Cooper Bloom, our Twin Rivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game, runs it out left, makes a spin move at midfield to extend the play an extra 15 yards, and he finally is caught up and tackled at the 26-yard line. To wrap it up, it is the Beatrice Orangemen coming out on top. They go for the sack on Harms. He throws it downfield, and Dalton Hardig, who else makes the interception. One of 3 interceptions on the day. Beatrice wins this one 31-21.